Kalalal Hawadla Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I rule and teach well, peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Manatazak here with another video, another short video, short and to the point, just to show the truth will always be prominent, regardless of how they try to hide it or dampen it, right? Or fucking put a damper over it, or wool over people's eyes. The truth will always come out. The truth will always come out. You can't hide the truth forever. Right? We know through the William Shatter that I believe it says 300 or 200 years. After 200 years, the mind does where's the word I'm looking for here? Does reprogram itself to how it originally was. So after they indoctrinated us during slavery, our minds start to reprogram themselves and we start to get back who we was and so on and so forth. Right? So I'm gonna play this video here. We got some precepts as usual, the usual scenario. But yeah, this is a very, what is the word I'm looking for here? Falakabata was beautiful piece of information that the woman brought out. Right now, I remember this being broken down to me from my elder brother who is now in the spirit realm. Right? And it's just beautiful that it came out in this way too as well. On a platform that is worldwide. On a platform that is as we are currently in the age of information, everything is at your fingertips. You can learn about anything, both good and bad. At this present time, right? Nothing is really hid anymore, and that is a beautiful thing, right? So without further ado.
Okay, y'all, just bear with me a second. I promise you will want to see this. I have a set of encyclopedias, teaching encyclopedias from 1927. Let me show you. Hold on. Chicago Standard Education Society, 1927. And yesterday I was looking up a certain flavor of juice. And in it, I actually just posted a video. Go look at the one before this. And it told me, go look at ghetto. If you don't know about encyclopedias, it will tell you other words to look to find more information on what you're. And I was like, ghetto? What the fuck does that have to do with juice? Let's go see. Okay, so ghetto, in 1927, this is what the ghetto was categorized as. Roscoe, sorry, my mini pig is absolutely screaming. The Jewish quarter of large cities. The term arose in Italy in connection with the Jewish quarters in the cities of Lombardy and other parts of Italy. In the medieval towns, the Jews were compelled to live apart from the Christians. Do you remember? Do you see that? In the medieval towns, the Jews were compelled to live apart from the Christians. At Cordova, the Muslims drove dogs and Jews to live outside the city walls. The famous ghetto of Rome was destroyed in 1885 to make room for a new embankment along the Tiber. The most populous ghetto in the world is a downtown tenement quarter in New York City. This is for educational purposes only. I am literally reading out of an encyclopedia. This is not my opinion. This is an encyclopedia from 1927. I'm just curious. Remember when they found all those tunnels and there was a certain flavor trying to stop the police from going down there, and there was like kids' shoes and bloody mattresses? Anyways, I mean, I'm sure has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that pedophilia absolutely runs rampant in that community. But anyways, yeah, isn't that crazy, the shit that you learn, right? Okay, real quick, one more thing. This is in the last video too, but anyways, so it says when they reached Palestine, the promised land, flowing with milk and honey, the original and settled down. So it's just crazy to me, like, they say they were treated poorly like dogs, whatever, but they don't say like why it got to that point, right? And how convenient would it then be to, I don't know, say something crazy like what's off the wall, start a world war, and make stories so that people feel so sorry for you they never question the evil shit that you possibly, I mean, I'm just saying, right? Crazy.
Yeah, like she said in the video. Crazy, simply crazy. Alright, so let me go to the first precept. I believe it's Isaiah 26 and 21, if I'm not mistaken. Lovely Torah Yabashimashai. Alright. It says, "For behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain." Right? She will disclose her blood and no more cover her slain. Right? So I have the Google definition for disclose here. It says disclose. Make secret or new information known. Or in other words, make known. In other words, to reveal. Right? So which allow something hidden in brackets to be seen. So basically allowed to be seen. Right? To reveal basically that what discloses. So if when you read it, right, "For behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for the iniquity. The earth also shall what? Reveal her blood and shall no more cover her slain." So now what the truth is coming out. We preaching it. So the man of the Lord, the man who being diligent, we know this. Right? We know this. We've been knowing this. We've been saying this. But it's just ultimately refreshing to see it, from a person of ultimate way. From by her hands, she seemed to be a Edomite. Don't know her spirit, and she said she was just looking up something, and it tell her to go and look at Jew in the encyclopedia. And that is in 1927, that is, you know what I mean? That is before 1948. Go and look up what went on the Zionist proclamation 1940. Go look up that. That is only homework. You know what I mean? Right? We are going to digress into that too much. Right? But yeah, that is when the I believe is the Rothschilds, or was it the Rockefellers, who made the Zionist proclamation to the ones known as the small hatters, the gutter rats, right? The hatters and them, aka the 48ers, you know what I mean? You can't really name them right now because they got banned and all sorts of BS. But anyhow, nevertheless, right? That is when they say that that piece of land is their own and so on and so forth. And like why she mentioned, how crazy would it be to start a world war and proclaim all sort of atrocious things happen to all and make people feel sorry for all you, so all they would forget so that the world will forget all the evil all they do. Right? Right now it's public knowledge that a certain capital of a certain place in a certain country in the world is the land of rainbow. Right? Known to hide who? Known to be a refuge for who? For edophilias, edophiles. I don't want to say the word, I don't know if I might get striked or whatever, but nevertheless, that place known to be an area that is not extradite them for judicial, proceedings. There's many cases where edophiles went there and was saved by the laws of the country, because according to the laws of the country, you could do that there and nobody could, extradite you once you're there and all these things. And all that she was going into. Now, it's not something I want to look up that she say in the video, right? It says, some tenement, shucks, tenement in New York. Let me see what that is. Alright, I'm not getting what I'm looking for. Okay. back to the lesson. And again, what I was okay. Right. Nowadays, I go to the book of Psalms, chapter 64. So okay. Alright. There's only 10 verses, so we can start at verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, whom whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yeah, because why they in the kingdom. So now any fucking draconian law they want to pass, they could pass. Uh-huh. They can make anything mandatory. Look at what Trump said. Trump said he don't care about international laws. He going based on morality. What fucking morality? Right? What morality, bro? Now wait, say what? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not? Yeah, because nobody is here to, you know what I mean, to execute that judgment upon them for the wickedness. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying of snares privily. They say, who shall see us like? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search with the inward thoughts of every one of them and their heart. And the heart is deep. But power shall shoot them down with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's all going on. Look at that Edomite bringing it out. She does bringing it. What she does read in the encyclopedia is that the Jews in 1927 is not shit. I say the people who was living in tenements in 1927 is not the people who inhabit in the Holy Land today. You understand? Just think about it. The ethnicity of the people who currently still living in the tenements, or what we would call tenements, projects, right? As they would say over there. What is the ethnicity of the people that we be real? No, I'm not saying they are not, you know what I mean, the projects for E.S.O.T.E like trailer parks more, you know what I mean, so-called white man areas. Yes, they are. But projects are prominently dominated by what? Negroes, Latinos. You understand? That is basically a tenement. Is another name for the tenement. You know? It says, this line, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of power, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and the upright in heart shall worry. Yeah. You know? So when we see what that the truth is coming out more and more. The truth is coming out even more. Alright? Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come except they come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, son of perdition. Right? And yeah, the falling away happened. Right? The falling away happened, and it was a drastic one. And now what? The man of sin is being revealed. So the two parts of the prophecy being what? Completed. One part happened, And now the second part being completed, the man of sin being revealed. Now nobody could say in the right mind that, hey, these people are not the wicked, right? Everybody could say, hey, these people are evil fucking beings. These are the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low. There's nobody to justify what they are doing other than themselves based on what their own morality. You know, that is basically what it is, right? Nevertheless, I hope you will expounding was edifying to the Akim. Hope it's back food for thought as well through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Until next time, Shalom.